It's the story that has gripped Australia and got a small town reeling. A lethal meal of mushrooms has left 3 people dead and 1 fighting for their life. Sunrise reporter Nathan Curry joins us live from Melbourne. Good morning, Nathan. Is there any update on this 4th person who's in a critical condition?
Well, Laura, I suppose because of the seriousness of this issue, I've been speaking with the Austin Hospital where I'm at the moment over the past few days, but due to the nature of it, they're just not providing any real update on Ian's condition other than to say he's waiting on a liver transplant. It's been almost 2 weeks since he consumed those mushrooms which have left his wife and 2 other people dead. So that gives you an idea of just how serious this is, the fact that he's still waiting for that liver transplant almost 2 weeks on.
There's 1 suspect in this case at the moment, Erin Patterson, and she's obviously the one who cooked this meal and served it up to these people, 3 of which, as we say, died and 1's in hospital. Her ex-husband has come out and put something on social media about being ill. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's been a real incredible twist. So a Facebook post he put up last winter emerged where he was thanking everyone in the community for their support while he was in a coma for a couple of weeks due to what he called then a mystery gut illness. But then a source close to him now has just spoken to one of our local newspapers here in Melbourne saying that he thinks his ex-wife tried to poison him a few times via nightshade plants, and there was a few times where he always felt a bit off, and it coincided with his ex-wife. So that is definitely one line of inquiry the police will be looking into now.
As I say, Erin Patterson's just a suspect at this stage. Are the police any closer to charging her or charging anyone else in relation to this? Because as I understand it, in her first interview with police, she said she'd bought these mushrooms at a local shop.
Yeah, really interesting. She said that. After that, she's always just said no comment to police. But even though she maintains she brought them from a local shop, there's been no recalls made or any warnings put on any produce from Leongatha, the town where she says she bought these from. No other suspects at this stage, just her. The police are really looking into this food dehydrator that was dumped at a tip nearby. They've asked for security camera vision from that tip, and they're trying to see if they can connect that to Erin's property. So that's what we're all waiting to find out, if that can be made by police today.
Nathan, this story has really intrigued lots of Kiwis, and I'm sure a lot of Australians are talking about it too. Why do you think we're all so interested in the outcome to this?
It's just an incredible case. At the time, the 4 people presented themselves to hospital with what they thought was gastro or food poisoning, and from there it's really escalated. And then with the twist from the ex-husband claiming he thinks his ex-wife poisoned her, it's just I can't recall another story where this sort of things has happened. So I think this is why we're just all gripped from her. We're all just waiting for another update from police to see where this heads to next, Laura.
Yeah, Nathan, it's Ryan here. Just on the ex-husband, so this was a family gathering, and I read last night that the ex-husband was actually invited but only at the last minute pulled out, so he was meant to be at this lunch. Is that right?
I haven't read that one actually, but I can't imagine how he must be doing right now, because it's actually his parents that have died, and his auntie as well, and it's his uncle who's a local pastor at a church down there that's fighting for his life now, waiting for that liver transplant. And then yeah, it was his kids were also at the lunch as well, but they were served something different. So I can't imagine what he's going through right now, and probably no surprise that he's not making any comments over the past few days.
Where is Erin at the moment? The last we saw, there was a bunch of reporters outside of her house, and she was leaving, saying that she felt, quote, shithouse. Do we know where she is, what she's doing?
No, not at this stage. She was seen packing a car with her suitcases and then driving away. No idea where she's gone to next, but I'm sure police will be keen to speak to her as their investigation continues.
Thank you so much for your time this morning. That's Sunrise reporter Nathan Curry live from Melbourne. It's 18 after 8.